What are we doing tonight, Charlie?
Jack Daniels, 10-year, batch 2.
Can't wait. All right, Jack Daniels, 10-year, batch 2. I think this is like the year of Jack Daniels.
It is.
They've put out some just phenomenal stuff.
Everything we've had of theirs, because you think back to, let's see, I think the episode we did in December, you can go back through and watch our episodes. We did the single malt, the American single malt, the twice barreled. We did the bonded. We did the triple mash. We did the Jack Daniels 12-year. And now,
Jack Daniels 10-year, which
right.
I am, if you watch our previous episode, Jack Daniels 12-year, if you didn't, I'm gonna put a little link here.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it. I was in love with that.
Yeah, would you say that's probably your best of the year so far for you, right?
Probably. If it's not the best, it's tied for the best.
See, this is why we have been opening these
bottles
prior
before we start recording.
Because
well, while you're doing that, I'll tell them just a little bit about it. Now, this is your standard Jack Daniels mash bill, right?
it is
Which is
80% corn, 8% rye, and 12% malted barley. So it's a reverse mash bill from we're used to. Usually the malted barley is the lesser of the grain. And this,
beautiful.
nope, not gonna do that. So 8812 is
97 proof.
97 proof, which, oh, God, it even sounds good coming out. All right.
Scratch that.
Nope, keep it.
All right, 97 proof. Charlie, what's retail? What'd you pay for it?
I paid $129, I think. I think that's what I paid for it. 129, 100, 118.99, 129. It's been a while. I was so excited that they had it and it was retail. It retails for somewhere north of.
Where'd you find it?
At a local liquor store here in Southern Indiana.
All right.
Just got lucky, which is seldom the case anymore.
Got lucky. All right, let's just get right into this. Look at that color.
Beautiful.
God, I love that color.
Yeah. Almost
Just
like
a really dark
a dark copper almost.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks so.
It does move around
viscous,
it doesn't put it puts a ring around the top of the glass, but it just moves weird. All right, here we go. Nosing. What the heck is that?
Well, to me, the overriding upfront note, surprise, surprise, is cherry chocolate.
I get
Almost like a cherry cola.
I get like a fruit cobbler, almost like I get some cherry, but some apple there, some really like nice citrus notes on it, which is interesting because we didn't do batch 1 because we couldn't find one. Very excited batch 2. They said batch 1 is much more fruit forward than batch 2.
I read that. Yeah, much more citrusy.
But I still get a lot of
I'm not getting that.
at least apple and fruit. Maybe it's maybe it's dried fruit that I'm getting.
Yeah,
But man, I want to live in there. I want to live in this.
It's nice, and there's no alcohol
None.
at all.
None. And we just
Really muted.
We just did an episode on Eagle Rare, which you can watch on our channel at some point. And it was 90 proof, and you got a little ethanol in that. This, none. Very interesting.
None to be had. Cheers.
Drinking time.
While he's smacking his lips.
Golly.
I don't even know really where.
I was hoping you'd say you go. I'll go first.
Go.
No, I was hoping you would say you'll go first. I'm busy. Leave me alone.
It's like Once again, it's really unlike anything else that I'm used to tasting.
Whatever it is, it's amazing. It is the mouthfeel on it, that viscosity that we said in the glass.
It's really creamy.
It's so creamy, and it just swirls around in your mouth, and it's just like dark chocolate and a little bit of that kind of charcoal Jack Daniels, like campfire smoke. It's the oakiness of it is just perfect. Because I am not, oak is probably my least favorite character because, at least with my palate, a little goes a long way. And I feel like it kind of pushes everything else out. This is perfect.
The oak is there, but it's not that bitter, tannic oak. It's more of just a slight smokiness and a slight chocolatey note, but it's not. I mean, on the finish, it does kind of dry up, but it doesn't dry your whole mouth up like
but that's where
super aged bourbons
and that's
do.
where I want it. I want it on the finish when I'm done tasting everything else. The flavors just sit on your tongue, and it's just a complex. I mean, it's just so damn good.
Yeah, I'm still trying to process. I feel like
I am too.
the longer it sits on my tongue, the more different nuances pop up. Like it started off with kind of like the dark fruits,
It's just
and now it's just more chocolate and almost like a graham cracker.
it's so good. And this is not our first drink of the day, so our palates have kind of been woken up, and we're in tasting mode. But this just sits on your tongue, and it sits on your palate, and just cascades flavor. And if we were better at this, we could tell you what those flavors are, but we're not. So we're just gonna.
I'm good enough to say it's good. Really good.
It is.
And I'm getting getting some more of the cherry. I get a lot of cherry on it. Not like an overriding strong cherry, but almost like gosh, maybe like the skin of the cherry where it's not super sweet,
Yeah.
but it's just really good.
It's I'm at a loss for words of how to describe it.
So let me ask you this. Are you getting any of that banana bread flavor that Jack Daniels is supposedly so famous for?
No, I'm not getting any of that, and I don't really get any spiciness, which makes sense because it's a relatively low rye. It's just...
I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to remember.
Do you have got a bottle of water over there?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the Jack Daniels 12 years tastes like and decide whether I like this better than the 12 year.
Through the magic.
I'm thinking
So
that the 12 year was a little bit better.
Jack Daniels 12 year, 107 proof, so a full 10 proof higher. And we are going to see...
And this will be interesting because
This will be
see
really
what the extra 10 proof.
10 proof, 2 years. Excuse me.
Any difference in color?
I don't have much left in mine. Yeah, it looks
Maybe
like
a shade darker.
Shade darker. Here, come here. Sit next to your friend there.
Those are beautiful.
I love them. Totally different nose.
It is.
Just a totally different nose.
This almost has almost a wine note to it, and a little bit of alcohol.
A little bit of that tannicness. Nosing wise, 10 year all the way.
Yeah.
10 year all the way. Not that the 12 year has a bad nose.
Although I will say the 10 year, I thought the nose, it was very pleasant, but it was muted. I will say this nose is a little bit more in your face.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Jack Daniels. Still really good. Still really good. I'm with you. I feel like that kind of wine profile, which I don't know how we're getting kind of a wine forward or that big fruit forward coming through. But the 10 year is better. I prefer the 10 year.
Okay. I'm struggling because the 12 year definitely does not have that same cherry cola, cherry, chocolate covered cherry note that I like. It's a little bit more tannic. I think the 2 extra years shows on the palate, but it's not definitely. I don't think it hinders it. You know, you're drinking it a little more than you do. It's not quite as smooth. It's not quite as a It's
knows your tenure again.
Okay.
Not to derail your.
If you really like that wild turkey cherry cola nose, then yeah, you're gonna prefer the 10 year. I feel like the 12 years has more of the classic bourbon flavors to it, as far as more of a caramel.
Oh, man, I'm gonna say one thing.
Okay.
They are both great.
That they are.
They are both
That they are.
different. They are both. God bless you, Jack Daniels. I mean, this is the stuff. It's very easy in this market, in this bourbon economy, to get jaded because there's not. The stuff that comes out is typically very expensive. This is no exception. There are not many people who are like, yep, I got an extra $150 to spend on a bottle if you can find it. But when you do spend your hard-earned dollar on a bottle, you want it to be great. You want it to be special. You want it to be something that's different. That's what these are. They are special releases. They are age stated. They are proofed right. They are no nonsense, in your face, enjoy the ride.
Right. And you said you paid $129 for that.
I think so.
Bottle. Retail's more like 80, 70 or 80.
Maybe I did pay $89.99.
Which I paid. It was either 70 or 80, I think, for the 12
Maybe
year.
I paid $89.99 now that you say that. It's been a while.
Yeah,
I've had this
so-
bottle for at least 2 months.
To get a bottle like either one of these at retail, come on.
Yeah. I think it was $89.99 now that you say that.
Both are excellent. I feel like the 12 year is a little more dynamic, but it's a little more harsh, which it does have 10 extra proof on it, but it's leaving me with almost a little bit of heartburn as compared with the 10 year that did not have any of that. I still don't want to pick one over the other.
They're just so different.
Yeah,
it is,
they really
it is
are.
almost.
Which is crazy.
It
because
should.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's same distillery, same mash bill. The only thing different is the age, the proof, and wherever the barrels were. But they're both very different. Right now, at this moment, August of 2023, I'm preferring the 10 year. I feel like the 10 has the mouthfeel of the 10 and just the flavors that just kind of sit. I really like that 10 year.
Charlie, the longer I sit here and the more I think about it, I think I'm going to have to agree with you. I feel like the 10 is more rounded. It's more of a full.
I just feel like you get more flavor out of it with being 10 less proof and 2 years
and the
younger.
harsher edges are rounded off.
This is more like kind of fun and playful. This is more a little complexity to it, and I love it. 7 to 10 years is typically my sweet spot. There are not many bourbons or whiskeys that are older than 10 years that I really like. Oh, I love that. So it makes sense for me that I would prefer that one.
Yeah, I'm just going back into the 10 year. I'm getting more of almost like a campfire graham cracker sweeter note, which I don't think is on the 12 year.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with either.
Nope.
but the 10-year batch 2, if you can find it, buy it, must have.
Are we gonna rate it?
No. No. I'll tell you why I'm not going to rate it. Because, I mean, all right, you rate it. Rate the we don't need the 10-year.
I'm trying to remember what I rated.
I know. That's why I want you to rate it.
I think I rated the 12-year a 9.
I think you did.
So that means
that's
I need
kind
to
of where
rate the
I was
10-year at least a 9.25, a 9.25 maybe.
9.25.
9.25.
9.5. I mean, it's nothing is perfect, but damn, that's
Pretty damn close.
pretty damn close. And I'm so happy.
And I will say this too. I think both of these bottles deserve to be tasted individually and not against each other. So,
Yeah.
you know,
We did it for
clouds,
science.
It clouds it up a little bit.
But we did it for science.
Absolutely.
We're hitting
Absolutely.
the hard-hitting questions that you want to know. We're doing the work for you, so you don't have
Once
to.
again, if you can find them, buy them.
Buy them. Must buy 2, buy all of them, because that's awesome. Jack Daniels, keep it up. And again, if you can't find the 10-year, you can't find the 12-year, do not lament. Find the bonded. Go back and watch our episode about the bonded Jack Daniels. The triple mash is such a good pour, and those are readily available. And then your local liquor store, somebody in your area has a single barrel rye or a single barrel bourbon or a barrel proof single barrel rye or bourbon for you to try.
Yeah, get the Jack Daniels single barrels.
They're great. Yeah. They're always great. And they're usually around 50 to 75 bucks. Barrel proof Jack Daniels. Go get it.
Yep. Distiller of the year? Maybe. We'll see.
Year's not over yet.
There's still some months to go.
There is, and that's awesome. Now, do we wait for the 12-year batch too? Is that what happens next?
Hopefully. I'm still waiting to get some of that Coy Hill.
Ooh, Coy Hill. If you know, you know. Coy Hill. Jack Daniels, send us some Coy Hill samples, please. Appreciate it.
All right, Charlie.
Tell them
what to do.
I'll tell them what to do. You need to like and subscribe. And you also need to
check us out on Instagram, So in the Bourbon.
And Facebook.
Facebook. We have a new public-facing page.
We're letting you people in.
Absolutely. So in the Bourbon.
Glenn.
Whiskey Realtor on TikTok.
Yes.
Don't forget.
Don't forget. Whiskey Realtor. Not the Whiskey Realtor on TikTok.
Realtor.
If you're young and have TikTok.
You got it.
Tell them what to do.
Keep your pockets loose
and your bungholes tight. Good night, everyone.
Peace out.
Jack Daniels.
Interesting.
One of the best bottles I've had this year. All right.
What's this? Won't.
Jack Daniels. Take 30. That was the.
I didn't want to read it anyway.
It was the thing for
Help me. I'm being held hostage.
Quiet.
By this giant.
Do you know how to blink?
Irishman.
Do you know how to blink SOS in Morse code? I think it's 2 short, 1 long.
Dash, dash, dash,
Yeah.
dot, dot, dot.
I don't want to know how you.
All right.
Jack Daniels.